How's it going, guys? 31st of August. Got a new version of RTS out tonight. Just before the Labor Day. So, when is fall? This is supposed to be the official end of summer. Would be an interesting question, but I wouldn't put too much banking on any particular day. But let's see here. First, I was looking at some of the activity. There's been a lot of debate about main lines, and I was bringing this point up because for all the talk about people who want to run main lines on California for 24/7, take a look at this. Look at August 31st. I'll do August 31st. I'll show you. Okay. Working SJVR Bakersfield. Again, my plan, as I've said before, that isn't going to affect anything. In fact, there'll probably be more yard jobs available because none of them will get done to full capacity during a dispatching session. Leland's running in the mornings. He's a regular in the morning. He's also mentioned that he likes things the way things are, so I can understand that. He runs quite a bit of trains, so I certainly respect that. Ezra, he's been running the past couple days. Now, before the 31st, it was a lot busier again, and then it got really busy even going back as far as the 29th. There's little slow spots, though. You can see the 27th. There's a day right there where, you know, maybe 2 people ran. Is it worth having 24/7 for one day where you might get 2 people on? I don't know. If it was me, of course I'm biased here because of course I have my own opinion of all this, but I know what I would be doing, but that's just me. So, anyways, thought I'd show that just for everybody who's worried. There's a lot of servers out there. Blah blah blah. I should be live and bitching. There's Mikey. He was running some trains the other night, so that's cool. Now, you get a lot of people who come on and they're new. Well, I guess I should have posted that I did go for live stream. Blah. I'm not going to be doing a big one here. So, I don't know. I'm not even sure. Like, I'm going to be no more than 30 minutes. I'm leaving tomorrow. Get away from the computer for a few days. So, what the heck is it? Yeah, we're September 1st. I'll just say bitching and moaning. I think Monday will be the big day, depending upon. I gotta find out. I don't even know who's around on Monday. What's going on? Oh, I got replies. Damn it! I gotta read those. It's okay. I like everybody posting their opinion. You don't have to. No poking. That's okay. Everybody's opinion counts. So anybody out there who wants to post an opinion, that's quite okay. I've got the votes up. I'm gonna check that in a minute. I had a few things about points brought up about the future. In order to keep the community together, a two-server system may be Sean's idea. Yeah, okay. I can see two servers. But I could also see keeping California the way it is and me just putting Selkirk up. And I'm kind of leaning that way. As much as I don't know. Selkirk, I kind of agree it's boring. I'm just going to take a look at it for a minute. Because I want to know what the hell I'm getting myself into. I shouldn't say it's boring. It got nothing to do with the route. The route's beautiful and everything. I think the scenery's fantastic. I remember some of the first pictures I saw of it. Yeah, California right now, perhaps with AI picking trains or not. Well, see, I don't know about two California servers, but it's possible. I certainly, I'm not going to reply to this right now. I'm just going to do this on a live stream. No, that's, no apologies here. I'll get to reply. I'll certainly put a positive reply to that from the way the... Well, yeah, I don't know which way the discussion's going. It's not going to please everybody, put it that way. I know that, and that's just what happens with change, or potential change. People like certain things, and others don't. That's what happens when change. It's evolution. Let me see. Okay, cool. Ski just said he's on. Alright. Of course, there's a delay, which kind of sucks, but so is technology. So you guys will probably all be finished humping by now. Whatever. Let me just take a look. I wanted to take a look at something here. I want to see what I'm getting myself into here, because I've certainly thought more and more about going New York here as a potential. Well, there's Mohawk. What the heck's that look like? Yay, double and triple track. 4 tracks, 5, what the hell? Woo. Shop departure. Apparently there's a hump at DeWitt too. I was just told about that. But it's not modeled. Which kind of sucks, but... So, yeah, double track. This used to be a 4-track main line, I think, at one time. When it was New York Central. Yeah, there's Mohawk for you. And it's got nothing to do with... so what we got? Little Falls Tone 4. Fort Plain Tone 6. Doesn't matter what desks they are. So 2, 3, 4. Why does it go? Where's 5? There's tones all over the damn place. Tone 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy crap. A lot of different tones. Oh, there's a lot of switching potential there. What else we got? Cajon. No, I don't want to see that. There's Selkirk. Okay. So there's a little bit of a... I don't know what you call that. CP169's kind of weird. So, yeah. ND to NC. NI, or NA. What the hell's Niagara? NA? I can't remember. NI used to be over. NI used to be over on my side of the border. But, Northeast Industrial Park, Reefers, Boxcars. Really? Says who? Okay, whatever. Abandoned track. Then this. Holy smoke! Yeah. Very confusing once and then you get to there, and then it just goes. It is what it is. But I can't say I'm all excited about going to New York. to be quite honest. I like the scenery. I like the switching potential. That hump just drives me freaking bananas compared to Barstow. I mean, what the heck? And I know that's realistic. You got your mains coming in across a bridge, and I mean, there's a lot of dispatching potential there because I know some of the intermodals go through, and then it's just confusing. I understand it, and then there's this like E, F, G, whole alphabet here. I know I've done it once or twice, but man, it's confusing as hell. So yeah. Okay. I think they're winding down. Oops, I don't want to click on anything, so that's why I'm up here. So yeah, I'm going away, like basically I'm packing shortly, so I'll probably be another 20 minutes and then I'm going away. So I did post a video. It went a lot longer than before. California has got a lot more potential, but it requires a lot of manpower. And I know there's a pushback going on. I understand why there's the pushback. Actually, I'm going to check the forum. This is what that's what I wanted to do. Okay. I should have put this in its own little thing, but I didn't. I should have put it in an article and then tried to see where the data was. The reason why Bear isn't around, he's got an emergency. You know, hopefully everything's okay. So let's see what else we got here. Where the heck is the stupid? That's the live stream on the 28th. There was a post that I put and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Ah, frick. All right. And this thing doesn't remember who the hell I am every time. So if you post and you want to see the results, you just have to go back in and basically, of course, I like it because it was my idea. Why wouldn't I like it? But so you just post again, and then you see previous responses, and woo, that's changing. So, and this doesn't tell me who's doing what, which whatever. I believe it's myself and Ski is on the yes side. And Connaught Leland, I'm not too sure if it was Cinnamon Rat or Mikey is on the I don't like side, and then I think Dave is on the doesn't matter, and then one of the others, whoever's is on the doesn't matter, but that doesn't, I guess that doesn't matter either, really. It's more, so it is right now split, which I don't know. I mean, here's my take on that. And you know, in a democracy, one vote counts. Mob rules. I get it. But at the same time, these numbers don't lie. And what you're seeing right there, work. There's your departures right there, and that's today. What are we at? I know we got Labor Day coming up, but it's a Thursday. And yeah, I know I can go back a few days. I was saying something earlier on, and yes, I'm bitching and moaning and whatever. I just want to make sure I wish I can pay attention to the chat and do both. It's really a bit of a pain that I wish I had a second monitor like right beside me. I got one across the room, but so, but yeah, there's always the potential for work. And I don't think that's going to go away with 24/7. I think that's always going to be there. You're not going to get somebody who is going to be able to, you know, be able to go, when I go back to the whole, what the hell's that? Okay, let me get out of there. We go back right into the Wikia here. You're not going to be able to get somebody who is going to fill in for every single position, especially when you're looking at if you're running if you're running a dispatcher, basically Barstow, Hump, and Trim would be running, San Bernardino would be running, SJVR would be running. Now the thing is, I don't think you're going to get all of them running at the same time, especially when you start at 10 o'clock in the morning on a weekday. So what happens, now somebody was saying, one of the counterpoints of that was, well, if that happens, then you get the issue with trains not being able to go to anywhere. Well, for Barstow, that's not an issue because we're already doing it. We get trains show up 7 days prior. It's not a big deal. It can handle it. San Bernardino, on the other hand, is a totally different story. However, piling up the trains on the main line because they can't get into the yard is actually somewhat prototypical if there's an issue. And if there's a manpower issue, then there's an issue. So San Bernardino becomes a very important yard to get switched. Almost as important as Barstow. Except, actually, it's in some ways it's almost more important than Barstow because Barstow can actually handle it. San Bernardino can't. SJVR, not a big deal. Even though that they run an operator, it's not time critical. It's not connecting. The only thing that goes out is back bar, and there's no reason why back bar can't get delayed, or a pickup can't get delayed, or anything like that. Everything else really is not time sensitive. Having a hump and a trim working together should be important, but it's actually not the end of the world when you have a dispatcher running things. So this is kind of a addendum about what was going on the other night, and we got a lot of people on, so if they got questions, that's fine. I'm paying attention here, or trying to. Yeah, to ever exit dispatch. No, I got TD3, but I don't know what that is. No, I sit across. I got my kids' monitor way across the room over on the other side of the old server, which is off right now, and I got my big screen TV across from me from the couch. But yeah, there we go. See that statement right there? Okay, I'll run something westbound then, so we'll have a meet. He's like me. Now not everybody's like that. They want to run trains, but they want the meets, and I don't blame them. Okay, I'm missing something here. Okay. Oh, that was a network issue. Okay. So, let me go back to what I was looking at here. So, yeah, we had, and I don't know if a lot of the people who are on the server right now are really regulars right now. Tony can attest to this. I think he would remember. I think this happened before the new year, so Mike's probably not aware of this. I think Bear would be familiar with it, which is really why I was looking for his input, believe it or not. I mean, we don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I was really looking for his input on this one. Because I'm not too sure where he stands on all this, and unfortunately, he's tending to an emergency right now. So, with a long weekend and everything, by Monday I really would like to get things figured out as far as what direction I'm going. We're at a new cycle. The code has changed. It would be a perfect time. I'm going to check in on the Run 8 Studios website. Of course, I hope everything's okay as far as the emergencies. Obviously, you know, that's much more important than this silly stuff. Let's check Run 8 Studios. I don't expect anything. We're before a long weekend. I could go into the Facebook now. We got nothing at the moment. Unfortunately, I don't see anything there. Train sims, not going to give me anything of interest. I doubt it. They usually don't. Ezra's got some screenshots. Cool. He's the only one that's posting. It used to be always me. Now he's the only one that posts there. I seem to avoid it now. Well, I'll go into the screenshots some other time. I'm sure they're cool, but Ezra's got a screenshot journal just to keep that forum lively. I used to post a lot on there. I just got sick of it because I never got replies. I just like, alright, whatever. But I mean, when Victorville runs, it really doesn't matter. When US Borax runs, it really doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, okay, it connects with boron, but those things don't matter as much. But as I said, there's a manpower issue involved here, and this is going to get bigger once San Bernardino gets involved too, because now in theory you're getting involved into something much bigger now. Well, you are. The operations, the switching potential will go bigger, I would imagine. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, da, 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 da. Yeah, I saw East Goff's main too. I don't know what's going on there. That train was sticking out or whatever the hell was happening there. I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Don't have any other questions at the moment. I got about 10 minutes left before I have to definitely call it. I'm not going to blabble on too much further. So if you guys got any questions, just shoot them. And I'll try to pay attention to the chat. But I still want to go through some of this. When an emergency, or first of all, dispatching. Okay, no, I was going to go. I had a plan that I was going on before the new year. We had a bunch of users who basically wanted switching on demand. They just wanted switching. They didn't care about the main lines. They just wanted switching. And in a way, I understand that, because that's what RTS kind of, is like with the car forwarding. So that's what they were looking for. And I tried to explain to them the problem or the issue is trying to get the main lines to run. So for the longest time, we had this issue where we can't get main lines to run. In fact, even with the increases, we're still at one of their slower factors we've ever had. So main lines have run a lot quicker in the past. So as far as demand for main lines, we were actually at one of our lowest levels we have been in a very long time. I've seen it. I've never seen us go through. I haven't seen us keep up with demand and be at a 48 slow factor. Now I understand why it's gone a little bit slower to help Mike and everything like that, but it's meeting demand. It really is. The demand, it's just not there. It hasn't been for a while, but there was a lot of demand for switching at the end of 2015. And there was people that were coming up with all kinds of ideas. You can talk to, actually, Leland knows about it. I think he was around at the time, and so was Bear. There was a lot of, I forget who else. I know Tony might remember. There was somebody named Canada Southern who was on. He had all these great ideas, and I was trying to tell him, I would say, we can't implement them yet. We just don't have the main lines, or we need people to admin them, and it's just too much to administer. And I think I turned them away, and I asked people. I asked a lot of these guys who wanted to run yards. I said, just be patient. Once AI comes, then all the trains will move, and you'll have all kinds of yard available, and you'll have all kinds of opportunity 24/7 all the time you want. We've had people that come on who've wanted to dispatch as well. And the thing is, we don't necessarily have... Okay. I got a sensor. Let me just see make sure I picked up everything. Yeah, who knows? Oh, but yeah, we've had a lot of dispatch interest within Run 8. We had somebody, I can't remember who. There was somebody on here, and I think Mike might remember who this person was. He came on and he had the name Backup Dispatcher or something like that. I think he had it in his username. I can't remember who it was. I don't even know if he's still here, to be quite honest. Maybe he's here right now with it. I have no idea. I can't remember who it was. But we see a lot of people. I've seen a revolving door around here where people get all excited. They like RTS for a particular reason. And to be honest, Leland's been here for a long time, and I know he's opposed to my idea. So that's something I certainly consider. It's something I keep in my mind, but I don't let just one person or a few people persuade me. At least not me. Nate. Yeah, it was Nate. Where's Nate? Is Nate even here anymore? You see what I mean? Oh man. Hang on. And I sent an email out to everybody. So if they were a member here, if this was after the membership era, which I think it was, then they would have... I don't want to open up the membership file, so I'll just go ahead and let's see the availability and interest. Let's see if it's changed. Nate has not filled that in, or at least the name Nate has not filled in this log. He's gone. Or he hasn't bothered to come back, or I don't know what. Maybe he sent me... I know a few people sent me emails too and said this is why they haven't sent it in. We've had 38 responses. Out of all the responses we're getting, and it was Nate. I don't know who this guy is. Have we seen him? Because he's got like some crazy 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I don't know what that is. Maybe to back up there? I don't know what that is. That's like, but he's got somewhat variability, but there's some other people on here just, woo. Even Anya's got a 9 for dispatching. So there is potential to dispatch more. To 1 a.m. on a Monday. I like the 9 to 1. And it might work. It might actually work just because, who knows, maybe someone can remotely shut it down at 1 o'clock. I don't know. Or maybe Mike's around to 1 o'clock. I don't know. Not on a Monday. Well, yeah, he gets back from pool or whatever, so that's maybe. So, I mean, there's potential there. It's just because I got certain times doesn't necessarily mean I have to dispatch them. I can alternate mine or give it up to somebody else. I'd like to run under somebody else's dispatching, quite frankly. There, of course, he's there. But we know what happens if all of a sudden you take one person who's a major player out of the picture, then things can change rapidly. We got a lot of 5s, which, you know, I can't see somebody wanting to run a huge division at full capacity. If Smiley's in there to 7, but it's hard to, he doesn't have any times. Yeah, he's totally variable. I know that. So it's hard to say. Damn, it's 10:59 and I gotta start getting going. Alright, let's just check, see if there's any more questions or whatever, Nate. Yeah. He's posted on the forum? Yeah. Oh, he's in Brazil? Oh, okay, alrighty. Yeah. Well, and the thing too about the times, one thing that I'm proposing that maybe I haven't been clear about. First of all, for a yard standpoint, whatever doesn't get done will automatically be available 24/7 to anybody. There could be a bidding process for it, but it could easily be either signed or it doesn't really matter as long as it gets done. We don't want to all of a sudden post something up and say this is available, and first thing in the morning somebody who's bored comes in and does it all. We know what that's like. We don't want that. And that's one thing we were hoping to try to avoid, so that's... but anyways, and that's why I know Mike and I certainly agree on that, and all the admins we've talked about this. But, hell of it, it's a Friday, I don't care. I'm going to go later. This always happens towards a Friday. It's a long weekend, so I really don't care. I'll sleep. I'm gonna be sleeping in a nice motel tomorrow night, so I don't care. So I'll stay up later. This is more important. I'll figure out. I still have to pack, and packing won't take me long. I'm not a woman. I can pack within 5 minutes. So, but yeah, the creating logistics stores. Things. Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. And I know you mentioned, and I know you specifically mentioned about the Yardmaster thing, and I basically that's good because we need more of those either way. We always need more Yardmasters, so that's something that Mike's ultimately going to decide, not me. I just admitted I'm just basically the founder now, and you know, do whatever else I need for supporting, but that's about it. So those aren't my decisions. I could ban somebody if they really tick us off or tick me off, but nobody does that these days. So, but yeah, as I was mentioning in the forum post, the Yardmaster thing right now, you can only set up the bowl and all that other stuff if you're an admin or a Yardmaster. That's why it's not accessible to everybody, and that's just so that we make sure that everything's okay. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but we're certainly open to training and what have you. I'm not involved in that right now. I got too much going on, and like I said, next week I've got to figure out a direction. I already got, obviously, with Ski, he's got he's basically now got open season to write code and a new platform. And the idea there is to get it out of Visual Basic, or sorry, you get it into Visual Basic out of Just. I think it's Visual Basic out of Just Basic. I think, which I can also code, if it is. Was it Visual Basic, Ski? I think you said it was Visual Basic you were putting it into. Because if you are, I can certainly code that or understand it. I can understand a bit, but doesn't matter. Whatever the code is, I'll figure it out, or I don't even need to figure it out. I'm more interested in designing anyways. But the idea to put it into Visual Studio is because that gives better debugging information. Like, we got bugs right now in the program that are, I forget the word, there's a bug to it. Visual Studio C pound, or sharp, or whatever the freak they call that now. I used to have, the only C I ever learned was Power C, and that was like some ancient thing they taught us back in 1990. But it's nothing near as powerful. I've never done a Visual C. I first heard about Visual Basic. It first came out in the 90s. Yeah, and it was like, whoa. I've never used Java. I've looked at it. I've done assembly, but I don't know. My brain doesn't work that way anymore. I mean, I've done assembly, but it's very slow, and I don't know. Assembly, the assembly I did was Commodore 64, so that's a totally different assembly, but blah. Yeah, but I suck at C. Object-oriented C is different, I suppose. That'd be a lot easier. Although I'm not big, I don't like the object-oriented languages, to be quite honest. I played around with. I have Visual Basic somewhere. I programmed in it for a tiny bit, and I went back to Just Basic because I really didn't need the object. I didn't need all the fancy thrills, and I didn't need the object-oriented part of it. I just wanted to get in there and code. So I guess I'm old school that way, but the problem with that is, like you said, the debugging tools are kind of crappy, and normally I don't use the debugging tools. I usually start printing variables and pausing them. I'll put pauses right into the code, and I'll print variables as they're coming up. I'll just add lines of code to debug it within the code and just go that way. But it's not. There's much better ways of doing it. Of course, the Visual Studio will probably be a lot better, especially if you know what you're doing, which you obviously do. So, but yeah, my brain's just not to it anymore. I'm not coding. I mean, I'm a dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur when it comes to coding. I'm more of a designer. I always have been. I mean, if we ever get access to the dispatching, that's the other thing. I don't know. I have no idea. But right now there's a link to. There's a way, or there's the feed that goes to the external dispatcher. And I've totally given up on it because It uses RabbitMQ. I think it uses RabbitMQ, or communication-wise, the only thing I'm used to is print statements and input statements to open files over a bulletin board system network. That's the only communication that I've ever done. I've never done internet communications in programming. So it had RabbitMQ. I think it was to the, was it the stack, or no, not the stack. It wasn't the stack. It was the what the hell they call that thing? I was gonna say it's not a well, I guess RabbitMQ is a handler or something. I don't know. Yeah. Well, one of the dispatching programs uses it, but the other one doesn't. Or RabbitMQ is just something you can use, or something like that. I don't even know what the protocol of the actual external dispatcher is, like what it actually is, because I from what I understand, RabbitMQ is just something that interprets it, and then there's a bunch of there's all kinds of code that will use RabbitMQ. But RabbitMQ, if you look at there's another external dispatcher out there for A-Line. Yeah, it's the one that's being used for A-Line, and the guy who was developing it, I don't know what happened with him, but he was developing it, and I think he stopped about a year or two ago. I still say we're going to see, and I don't know this for sure, which is fine, because I can dispatch on the board or whatever. If it's Selkirk or whatever, I can dispatch on that board regardless and use timesheets and all that other crap, so that don't bother me. But the RabbitMQ was something that was causing all kinds of problems for this other dispatching program. I can't even remember what the hell it's called. ATC? No, not. I don't know what the hell it is. Dispatch Cat or some, I don't know what the name of this is. I mean, I haven't used it in over a year or two now, but it's compatible with Run 8, or it was compatible with something in Run 8. I don't even know if it's compatible. Well, I guess it is. I guess it's compatible with the A-Line, but it's not compatible with California anymore, I don't think. Which, who cares, because everybody uses external dispatcher. But yeah, RabbitMQ was just the word RabbitMQ. That's the one, TSCAD. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. I knew it was something CAD, but RabbitMQ was causing all kinds of problems for people. You'd have it installed, then you tried to uninstall it, or it didn't have the right version, or it's just, I hate the way certain computers work in the past 20 years. I used to love the Commodore 64 because I could get right into it, and it didn't have all these security protocols and all the other garbage that filters in between. It's like if I want to communicate with something, I just print it to the stupid file. I open it up and say, here, this is the device, read it. You didn't have to worry about viruses and all that other garbage that eventually came around, but you know, maybe I'm too old, I don't know. But anyways, it is what it is. So yeah, there's RabbitMQ, there's something else, but here's the point that I'm getting to with all this stuff. What had happened was we didn't know what was going on with external dispatcher, and first of all, I wanted to create AI before Run 8 did it. I actually wanted to find a way to somehow simulate or transmit a train over the network so that it would actually pop it in there or do something. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I wanted to do something to get it, and all I wanted to do was get better access. But the first project I wanted to do, and I did this about a year and a half ago, I set up and I designed, I don't even know where the hell the design is, but I know I did it. I actually designed an AI dispatcher. I went through all the different parameters. I ran it. I ran it through my own algorithms. Um, did a table check. Did a few scenarios. I think I even wrote a very small basic program and put a few variables. Actually, no, I put it on a spreadsheet just to try playing around, and I got an AI dispatcher that worked good enough to actually move traffic. And I thought to myself, man, if we're ever short of dispatchers or something like that, or even to put it to enable an AI dispatcher into the anarchy, so that it would actually dispatch and people would come on, and if they wanted a dispatcher, they had it. So all they had to do was basically run, and then they didn't know what the signals were going to be. Then I could broadcast where the trains were through the external dispatcher link. I could do all that other stuff and somehow enable it into a brand new external dispatcher. I wanted to program it, but then once the AI got announced and I could never figure out the stupid thing, I just said forget it. I gave up on it. So there's a few people that were looking into it as well as I was, and nobody could seem to tell me, or Run 8 team didn't want to say anything, and I tried to talk with the guy who did TSCAD, and he told me that you got to use RabbitMQ, but whatever. I think it's all going to change anyways. I don't know if it's even going to broadcast anymore. So let's see here. Oh, I'm out. Ibis. Where's Ibis? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going to be east of there, I think. I was like, where the hell's Ibis? I couldn't remember the name of it. Oh, that's going to be a while. It's going to be in the middle of the hill. He's going to be climbing too fast. What's east and what's west? I can't remember. Yeah, I think I'm going the right way. Then again, I don't know. Well, let's see the signals. Yeah, okay. Oh, they're going to be right hand running both ways. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I guess I am. Of course, it's going to be delayed. Yeah, I'm going the right way. There's the signals. That was a detector or something. Yeah, I'll sit here for a minute. He's at a yellow. Yellow. Woo! Whoops. That's the one I wanted. Yay. I say it's going to be past that. See yellow there. Bet you the other one. Oh, the other one went red. This one probably just went red. Or has it? No, not yet. I thought he was past it. There he is. See, that just went red now. Okay. I bet you I'm pretty good here. Climbing the mountain. Won't be as noisy up here. Ooh, pretty traffic. So, yeah. Well, the AI dispatcher, just to finish that thought, it is designed. I just don't know if we're still going to have the link to be able to do it. If we are, that's fine. At least that figures in at least one part. The question still remains, though, will we be able to would we be able to go in and oh, there's one. I see one. Oh, damn stupid mouse wheel.
BNSF detector, milepost 594.3, main 2, ambient temperature 95 degrees.
But I think, you know, this is what attracts most people, is being able to see other trains. I know some people just run because of the sake of moving operating, but to move something that's operational and part of a system, that's fine, but what else is there? Did I plan this one? Ooh, is that it? Oh yeah. My damn mouse wheel. Sorry guys, my mouse wheel is really... Come on! I got like a dirty mouse wheel or something. Here, I'll try not to use it now. I'll just keep that zoom going in. That was a little bit off from the signal. Oh, is that a detector box? Right on. I think it is. That's funky.
BNSF detector, milepost 593.1, main 1, ambient temperature 96 degrees.
Oh, there's the EOT, I think. Oh yeah. Funky. That was fun. I was hoping to get it right there, but oh well. I knew it was around there somewhere. I always like watching the signals, like if I'm running double track. That's the one thing about running double track that's kind of cool. Not so much dispatching, but running is when you're following along and you're at those block signals and all of a sudden you see the lights start changing. You know something's coming. It's kind of cool. So that's one thing for me if I do go Selkirk. I look forward to. So what do we got? 11:22 p.m. A little past my bedtime. I could care less. But should be an okay day tomorrow. But let's see, what else? But what were we on? Okay, so yeah, external dispatcher. I mean, that would be kind of neat. Oh, Dave's back on. But I think going to that, like I say, if you have a dispatcher in there, that's one thing. But then you have to have all those yard crews eventually fill up, and then you have to have the admin work. And I see a lot of it, which is why I can't see it at this point going to be. Even if you had an AI dispatcher, I don't think you'd have enough. There'd just be so much work. It's hard to keep up with the admin work as it is now, although it will go down, I would hope. But so that was a cool meeting. I don't know what else we got going on. Just a couple mains. Yeah, over a year ago I got bored of running trains. The only time and honestly, the only time I'd run trains is if I was in the vicinity of something and I knew I could get a meet off of, with it, and that'd be about it. But that'd be, pretty much it for me. So, Selkirk, from a challenge standpoint, it doesn't really. Honestly, I'm okay with dispatching Selkirk, Mohawk. I'm actually okay with it, despite the fact that operationally it may not be as much, because when you look into it, and I'll pull it up again. When you look into it, I forget how many trains is it a day across Selkirk Mohawk? Is it 70? They're my new updates. I don't want your updates. Let's see here.
BNSF detector milepost 588.4, main 2, ambient temperature 96 degrees.
So yeah, I thought it was around 70. I know it's not as much as A line or the funnel. I don't think around that. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm thinking. So it's definitely under capacity, I think, from that kind of standpoint. Yeah, the only TD3 I have is Rob Ball's. Rob Balls, who I worked with in one of the older versions of RTS before Run 8, he had the Buffalo Terminal, and I'm right across with NI. I don't know if I still have it. I don't have it on this computer. I wish I could pull it up. Buffalo Terminal, I think just east of Depew. That's as far as it... Is it Depew? No. Yeah. Wherever the friggin... The fire station or whatever the hell it is down there. It's been a while since I've been there. I've actually dispatched in TD3 that territory. And it crosses... At the time, it was 2000 era, I think, we were doing around there. So we had CP still coming across Niagara Falls, New York. And I think they were still coming out across Niagara Falls, New York on the down the Niagara branch, blah, blah, blah. Rochester had its, whatever, that coal train or whatever it was going down there.
BNSF detector milepost 597.0.
Yeah, I should pull up that dispatch. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I can easily get the Rob Ball's territory. I don't think I have it on this computer, or do I? Let's see what I got. Evansville's a really good one. change. Oh boy, I can't even read that thing. So the Atlantic coastline. Lackawanna, Scranton, that's not the one. Oh, they're all down. It's got to go down more. No, I reinstalled. It's on my older computer, but I won't bother with it tonight. There's other ones in there. I've got. Oh man, what are some of the saves I got on here? Do I have any other saves other than that? I guess not. Open previously saved.
BNSF detector milepost 594.3. Main 2. Ambient temperature 95 degrees.
Change territory track file. Needles, Atlantic coast. So that is the that's A line, and what's coming into A line up. I think that's getting extended to Jessup and a few others, but that of course includes wherever the heck it is. Is that full? No, that's Waycross to Hague. Oh, to Folkestone. Is Folkestone in here? I don't see it. To Crawford. Okay, there's Callahan, Birch. Oh, here, Jessup, South Jessup. Man, I can't even read this thing. Okay, that's the Jessup sub. Oh, Folkestone's right here. Oh, okay, now I get it. Belong, South Hillard, Callahan, and then, yeah, okay. So, yeah, there's the A line and then the extensions, so up to Dinsmore and east, or south, I guess it is there. But, that's a fun little territory, because it gets good once you get all this stuff coming out of Crawford. Then the funnel itself, I think, is 100 trains. So that'll get interesting. Actually, A line will get more interesting once it expands north. But I think that's all I got. What the heck is this thing? Oh, that's crap. That's just one that comes with it. Okay. So that's that one. I don't need that. Nothing else going on, I don't think. Did I miss anything? There's 3 trains. Where's the other one? I don't have external dispatcher up. I see the 2 there. Did I miss one? I thought I saw one there for a minute. I saw a signal somewhere. I don't know. Where the hell I see it? Oh well, who cares? So, yeah, let me go. That's what I was going to do. It's 11:30. Dang it. I gotta get moving here pretty soon. No more than 15 minutes. And I'll stop blabbing. I always want to do a smaller one, and then I end up doing a bigger. I think I've been on an hour again. Alright. So, let me see here. Mohawk. So it's got the Finger Lakes yard, but it's only got 2,600 feet of the St. Lawrence sub, which isn't much. I wish I don't know how big those trains are, but I imagine that's a lot bigger than 2,600 foot trains, so it makes it very difficult to spawn a train. And Mikey, he was anxious to help me out, because actually Mikey knows this area very well as well. But he was all anxious to get me involved, and then we tried to get together, and I just, all of a sudden, he didn't seem interested. So I was just like, okay. So he did his thing, I did mine. And at that point, I really wasn't interested in doing anything else with Selkirk personally. Smiley took it on. I had started getting some spawns. I was going to go a little bit further, and then I was too busy with California, and I just said, okay, I ain't worried about it. But 70 trains, what I'm thinking about here, I can see definitely some overtakes and meet still, regardless. So I do see potential. Of course, you got your locals. There'll be a lot of that for sure. Yeah, I figured there'd be 10,000 footers. I have no doubt. Which really, yeah, that's disappointing when they do that. I mean, you have something there, and people just, I you know, I said to these guys too, because they asked me, they actually ask for my input every now and then, which is amazing in itself. But I said, just give me something where I can spawn, and give me enough length of a line so that I can spawn a train, even if it wasn't for RTS. You know, you got the train maker upper. Maybe somebody wants to spawn an actual real CP train. Can you not put 2 miles of track in? Like, how hard is it? There's a Y in Florida that does the same thing, and there's just like this little stub. I'm like, okay, you know, but I don't know. I just, yeah. I mean, I mean, they do great work and all, but we're still paying for it too. So, unlike myself and others who work on this, who do this for free, but. Let's see, Mohawk, Selkirk. Let me take a look at Selkirk here. Like I said, there's that. This definitely 169. What the hell is with 169 anyway? Oh, okay, yeah, that's the Hudson line. Okay, that's where the Maple Leaf comes on and off. So I've been on this stretch all the way up to here, and then followed the Amtrak back and forth to New York City from St. Catharines. So I've done that. So at least the Mohawk sub, I've definitely been on that side. I don't remember a lot of it, to be honest. I remember the Erie Canal and a few other things, but once you get past here, I've never been on it. I don't have any. I've never been up to Selkirk or. I mean, there's the cool looking bridge and then there you got the line here. At least here there's a nice little stretch. I think there's some issues with the track here, but I haven't explored that again. For all I know, it could be the 1-0 thingy, so it might work. Some of these signals are damn goofy. That's another thing. I'm kind of a pet peeve of mine. They just, I don't know, they just act weird. They got yellow over. I don't know. I some of the signals just look strange. They don't look right. They don't look prototypical. I don't know. Maybe they are, and I'm just some of them just look weird. It's like they're not coded properly, but I could be wrong. Who knows? But yeah, this is a very complicated looking yard. I don't even know how it really. I mean, there's some descriptions. Mikey had some posts about it, how it's pretty much should be running. I can see the spawns improving here, especially with the latest version. If Smiley gets into it, of course everything's posted. All the data files are posted, so they can just download them. But then they have to update them. They gotta know how to update their own files, or provide their own, and just take it from there. But so. I'm okay with, like I said, I'm okay with dispatching this area. This is, how many miles are we talking here? Let me see here. Oh shoot, we go into 22, 18. Okay. What is that, 1.5 or something? Okay, that's 8.4. Alright, so I'll assume it's around mile 8 to something or other, 39. Oh, and then it gets goofy right around there. 41.2, and then it jumps over to the other line. So, well, 40 miles, and then you get into this whole 169 thing, whatever that is. I guess once the Hudson line comes in. 8 line. Where am I here? So about 40 miles up to there, I take it, up to that cutoff, and then around CP 179. Where is my Mohawk? I'm going right over it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So auto 298 all the way down to oh, okay, so there's a lot more main line on this section, isn't there? The Mohawk has got, so there's like, oh, Amsterdam, yeah. So there's like 40 miles of Selkirk, and then there's about 100. Oh, that's easy to dispatch. That's a cakewalk for me, anyways. 70 trains in basically 140 miles. I can do that, no problem. I think I've done Evansville Terminal, and that's 200 some odd miles. And that's a fairly decent amount of traffic. Evansville, Indiana, up towards Chicago or something like that. But it's a really cool layout for TD3. So, and that's more single track territory in some places. There's some double track, but yeah, I'm fine. If I can handle what's going on in the 1 TD3 territory, I can handle that, no problem. So the reason why I was looking at this is, unlike California, which and this goes back to the whole California thing, who can dispatch and who would be comfortable dispatching. It's one thing to say, well, you have anarchy and then you can line your routes up and everything will be fine. But if you're dealing with that many, even if you're not dealing with a full capacity of amount of trains, and then you set some into auto or whatever, expecting people to dispatch themselves on the amount of traffic, you're looking at, hang on, let's just use, I'll go right back to the TD3 and see what we got here. So not counting up to Needle sub, not counting the Cajon sub, not counting San Bernardino, and not counting the UP Mojave sub, I'm looking at 3, 4, I did this the other night, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, there's 25 trains. I'm probably looking at least, because the Cajon sub and San Bernardino, I would almost hazard a guess to potentially double that. So you're looking at controlling 50 trains at a time over the course of, I don't know how many miles we got total now. How many miles do we have total? I can't, I'd have to go out of the simulator to get into it or to find out what the hell the mileage is. But it's up there. Expecting one person to do it, you're going to need somebody who's really comfortable at it. So, I don't know. I don't know who's capable. There might be a lot more people capable or up for the challenge. I'm not too sure. But it's going to be interesting to see. That's for sure. If that's the way to go. So, and then you lose one dispatcher for an emergency or whatever, and then all of a sudden you know, you're kind of floating in the water, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know what else to say at this point. I'm about 30 minutes past my bedtime, which is not a big deal. I usually go on less sleep. So, oh, we got another train coming out of Barstow. Is that the only one coming out of Barstow? Needles is done. There's another train in Needles? I'm not even going to bother following it. But, yeah, I'll just stay on the dispatch screen at least. Yeah, there's one coming out. Yeah, go take a look. Why not? Woo. Oh, there it is, right there. I'm like, what the hell? Where's the train? What's the other train in Needles? I saw 2 trains in Needles, or at least I thought I did. I saw a second one down there. Where's it? Did he just arrive? I didn't even notice there was the other train in there. But, yeah, we'll see that go by here. But, yeah, so, I don't know, I'm just babbling along now. It'll be interesting to see what, like I said, next week, I'll be back, and then, holy crap, I'll be back next week, and it'll be interesting to see. I mean, everything that I'm talking about can easily be adjusted, and it can be planned in fairly quick notice, too. What we don't know yet, and this is the don't know part, is can we remotely start and stop If we can remotely start and stop, you still need an admin to be able to do it. Just because somebody's a dispatcher or somebody who is interested in being a dispatcher doesn't necessarily give them admin privileges. So having capability of dispatching is one thing, but wanting them to either have remote access to a server, or even if they have a built-in access via the program itself, is hard to say. So you have that access in there. They're able to stop the clock, perhaps. I don't know what else they're able to do, though. That's the thing. So that's where you kind of draw the line of, do you want an admin, or do you want to promote admins, yard masters to be there, etc. I mean, the one thing about their schedule or my schedule, it's pretty much solid. Well, so is Mike's, so that works out too. It changes too, just like mine will change once in a while. I'm going to be taking certain holidays once in a while. I'll take an extra long weekend once in a while. So, I mean, things change, but assuming everything's okay with Bear, and you know, things work out with whatever's happening there. I mean, could still be a long ways away from version 2. I don't know what's happening just yet. So you got that. You've got some, like I said, we still don't know what he's thinking. I think it's important to know what he's thinking too. Unfortunately, I don't know if you're going to get any honestly hear anything back in the next little days, but the reason why next week's important to me is after that point you get to the I'm getting now to the point where he's going to be writing the program. So really, I'm saying that I didn't have anything before, but my focus before was to assist in Barstow. I think we have enough people with Barstow and enough people coming on now learning things, and Mike's got control of he's as far as I know, he's going to do a test run of the new program on Monday to start the next cycle. So that makes everything basically fall into his hands, where I don't have to be there. I'm going to be there on Monday to support him, but at that point, then I'm going to turn it right back over to Mike and basically say, how's he feeling? Because I'm gonna put Mike in. I'm gonna put Mike on the spot. I've already put him on the spot, but I'll put him on the spot more on Monday, because after that, once Tuesday comes around, my spare time is going to change potentially. I didn't get that. Oh crap. I told ya. What the heck? Hold on. Hold on. I'll fight. Okay, whoa, hang on. Where are these rumors coming from? I want to know. Because I'm looking, and I'm not in the in crowd. I gotta keep my voice down. People are trying to sleep, I think. Okay, hang on a second here. Can I go into Facebook without giving away 1,000 things of me? I don't care. 3 notifications. I don't see my good. Awesome. Okay. So they're not talking about anything new other than the cool shots that kind of got us starting to think again. They're probably not going to have anything else. No. Where's it coming from? I want to know now. What the heck? Yeah, I this is when I said fall. Yeah, it is 4 years. It's a theory. Nah, I don't know about that. It's from an outside source. Ah, freaking people. Yeah, you know, I've been checking their freaking. I thought they were supposed to produce a video. Weren't they supposed to produce a video or something, or they're going to put more information out once they got closer? They never put anything else on their page or on their main page. But I wouldn't put it past them. I honestly wouldn't. I mean, look at the Bakers. All of a sudden, it's like, boom, there's... When the Bakersfield thing came through, I was just like, oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's nice. And, of course, I had to all of a sudden break into Spine. And they've done this before on a friggin' long weekend, too. I've seen them do... Didn't they do Baker? No, they did it during the Christmas holidays. That's fine. That's cool. Cool. Well, I've had the theory too that like I said, when I was saying fall, what does fall mean? Fall is technically, if you want to call the season, fall doesn't start until September 21st or 22nd, whatever the hell it is this year, depending upon where we are with the leap day thingy. So we still got potentially 3 weeks, I thought, to the earliest, but I always said, don't be surprised if they try to pull this at Labor Day. I kind of said that. Hopefully I haven't started the rumors, because I'm not surprised. I know it's close. I know damn well it's close. This is why I'm starting to think about these things. This is why I'm going into the whole, okay, let's come up with a plan. Because once it happens, and this is the important thing, once it happens, I think we're prepared. I don't know if other servers are. They're certainly not prepared to generate trains like we are. I know that. Because nobody does what we do. So I want to make sure we get the momentum. And I want to make sure we get the momentum, because if we get the momentum and we have potential to draw people in, because all of a sudden we're busier than what used to be the busy places, then plus we have a system to back it up, and then you have the car forwarding, and then you have something for everybody to do, and you have dispatching. Who knows? I mean, who knows? And I'm not worried about it. Honestly, I'm not. But I can't help but want to be the one that actually leads the way just like I did 4 years ago. I was the one that put the first server up. So I was ready, but luckily I had, see, back then I had the ins. I had the ins with the teams. I don't have the ins with the teams anymore. We're on how would you say, cordial terms, or whatever the hell the term is. I mean, they certainly advertise for me. We'll exchange pleasantries from now and then, every now and then. But other than that, we really don't do much else. I'm reminded that I'm on a non-disclosure non-disclosure agreement. I get constantly reminded of that. But honestly, I don't know any more than you guys do. I don't. I wish I did. And if I did, then I wouldn't be saying so much. I wouldn't be talking about things so much. But I think they know that. I think they know that I would have to plan, and then something would potentially leak. So I think they're not going to say anything to me. They know it's too risky, because all of a sudden I put a certain plan out, and then people come up with rumors. I'm not too sure why they're worried about it, because if you look at cross ties, or whatever the hell they're called, you know, the big simulator that was supposed to come out, and everybody was all hunky-dory and getting excited about, and it was almost like better than sex, I guess, for some people. I don't know, but yeah, I remember certain people turning their back on Run 8 and saying, "Oh yeah, cross ties." Well, what the hell are they doing? They're not doing nothing. I went on their website. The only thing that's changed on their website is the copyright to this year. I'm surprised that even changed, because they have the same videos. They I don't know, maybe their Facebook has changed. Maybe they got something, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're waiting to see what Run 8 does. I personally think they got a lot of people thought that they were a bigger team or whatever, or they had more potential. Maybe they had a better engine. They were more interested in graphics, and they were interested in doing all of it. Good luck, because this was more than 4 years of development. I think we're looking at 6 years of development. This was going in development for 2 years before it actually came out. So, but I still, even though I understand the business side of it, and you don't want to give anybody a heads up of what's coming, they've said enough. To me, they've said enough, but they don't. Then what they've said, all they could do is, I mean, what else are they going to do that's going to possibly lead off to anybody else? I don't know. But we'll see. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. Mike text me over the weekend if it comes out. I'm not going to be near a computer until Monday. So if you could text me. In fact, do I want to give my phone number over a live stream? That's tempting. I really don't care. Nah, I won't. Mike, you got my number. Let me just check. Okay. Hey, forgot it's my half brother's birthday. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll email it to you. Eventually. Let's make sure I'm in here. Oh, I just showed my email, so what else is new? Yeah. I'll do that later. Okay, so anyways, I guess I gotta get up because I'm gonna go to the washroom anyways, and then I gotta pack and should get to bed. So I'll end this one. Like I said, the new version of RTS is out, which is fine because it'll run. It should run anything the version 2 has for us, to be honest. So if it starts, I mean, you guys want to play around with it. If it starts, I mean, it's a good time as ever to give it a whirl and see. You'll have to. The only things is, and on Monday I got lots of time, so if it does come out Monday, I'll dig the hell out of California, and it's a lot easier to survey now, so I'll be able to. Well, that's good. I hope it does come out. I don't care. I'm ready for it. Let it come out. Really doesn't matter. You don't forget it. You don't have to text me. I'll know. Well, it ain't gonna matter while I'm away. While I'm away, I don't give a crap. It's. I'm gonna be on the road. I'm gonna be out. It don't matter. But yeah, it shows my email on the registry. That's fine. It does? How the hell does it show my email on the registry? I mean, I've shown my email a few times here, but I know that's my email. I don't even know if it shows it there. Here. Where does it show my email? I don't see my email. Oh, you mean when I go into that? Oh, well. Well, goody goody. I get enough garbage emails it is anyways, so. There's my email, everybody. Only when I show it, but I never thought of that. I never noticed that before. Well, I haven't had too much spam, so who cares? But yeah, don't worry about texting me. I don't care. I'll get back. Actually, I'll be back on Sunday night. So I'll look in on Sunday night and see what's going on. At least I'll get the program if it does come out Sunday. So do I get email on my phone? No, I don't like that. I got rid of my smartphone. I got a flip phone. I don't want emails. Not while I'm away. I don't have a server up at the moment, so I don't care. Using keyboard trying to brighten. Just go in and out if something's wrong with the screen. Probably needs a reboot. It happens. I've seen it before. But okay, so yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'll try to hold it for a few more minutes and then I gotta go to the washroom. But yeah, I just wanted to say, just to clear where it says. So let's just say version 2 does come out over the weekend. We have a perfect opportunity Monday to get it ready. And we could. Blah, 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 blah. I'm available the entire weekend to dispatch up to 11 p.m. So we can certainly give it a shot and see how it runs and see how we like it and all that other crap. The only problem with that is then all of a sudden we're going to have a whole whack of yard work to do, but then at least we'll know what capability, and then we can just, I don't know, maybe we'll just save the session and go back to it. That's the other thing too, Mike. I just thought of that. Okay, hold on a second here. Hold on. I'm assuming you're still here, Mike. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I just realized, and believe me, I've been trying to think of alternatives. There's one alternative that you can do. You were talking about running 2 different cycles. Or, sorry, you were talking about running I think, what the heck was the word? You were going to have the main lines do their own thing, and then you were going to have the locals do their thing. What you can do is you can actually run 2 different sessions. So if you have your I'm just thinking about how that would exactly work, because you're still not going to get enough positions to fill all the yard stuff that goes on. I don't see how that would work, but at least I can see not disturbing the whole 24/7 cycle. The only thing at that point is, how do you switch between them, or when do you switch between them? Unless you announce it ahead of time, but potentially, I don't know. I like the idea that you could potentially have another one. I'm almost thinking you almost want a second server. And I don't want to put up a California server. I just don't. I don't want to have the hassle of worrying about a California server. Not me, anyways. Then again, you do that. If you do 2 saves, you're gonna have a freaking mess. But anyways, that was just a thought that crossed my head. I thought, yeah, at least then you keep other people happy and blah blah blah. But the whole idea that came to was that if we were to try, say if it came out, we were to try it, you save the session, and then you just go ahead and run a session, blah blah blah, and then boom, see how it goes, and then go back to the other cycle. Because what will happen when you're running AI is it's going to go off the system clock, but it's also going to go off the system date. So the system date is going to reflect the day of the week, which is going to reflect your frequency, which is going to reflect how the AI spawns. Hi, Matt. But I was surprised to see somebody there. So it's gonna reflect everything, how it spawns in AI is going to go off that system clock. So where we're used to going Pacific Standard Time, today's date, and we're in the dark right now, you could potentially be in the middle of the daylight, August 15th or something. Hell, you can be in the old. You can run back in 1980, but you can run back in 2010 if you wanted to. If you're running the whole era, you can just go back to it, set the date to it, and just have it increment. But so yeah, I don't know what's happening. The server should be fine. But okay, I'll let you guys go. I got stuff to do. I don't know why the hell I'm still up. Man, I should have gone to bed an hour ago. But that's okay. So, anyways. So, yeah, I take off for now, and let's see, anything else going on. I think I shut everything else down. I'll check this out one more time. I don't think there's anything. They're Pacific. I don't think they would have anything tonight's Thursday. I think they said Sunday or something like. Was it Sunday was the rumor, or this weekend was the rumor, or something? Sneaky buggers if they try to sneak it out. But actually, I wouldn't mind. We're ready for it. Like I said, we're ready for it. I don't care. Whatever. I'd rather see it than not see it, I think, at this point. So that's cool. Okay, anyways. Sunday. That's okay. That gives me a day. Cool. Okay then. Anyways. Alright. Off I go. So this was longer than I wanted, but that's okay. But, anyways, we'll see if those rumors are true or not. I don't know if they are or not, but yeah, we'll see. I got a funny feeling they're just rumors, though. I just don't buy it. 12:16 right now. Makes sense, but usually I think when they have some time off, like a long weekend or something, they may get together and do a little last testing session, because a lot of the guys seem to do a lot of things on holidays. I've seen that before. I've been away on a long weekend or something, or I've been away for Christmas and I come back and there was the release or something that happened. So we'll see. Anyways, that's all for now. I'm going to close this off. Hopefully you enjoyed the mumbling and talking and whatever, but the live stream that I'm looking forward to is actually dispatching a full session and just doing it, and that should be fun. And I do some, go out and do a little bit of rail fanning while I'm dispatching type thing, maybe. I don't know if I'll be a bit too busy or whatever, but anyways, get this off my mind. I gotta get ready for, heck, I gotta pack. Dang it. Got stuff to do. Might set my alarm early tomorrow and just wake up, because I'm leaving here right after work, so I'll go away for a few days. So I'll be back Sunday night and be back on Monday. Talk to you later.